equals 10.
No, the way you just said, if z equals 4, which is true, you check by putting it back into the original.
Okay.
Something like that. Okay. How about let's try one of these here. Let's make up another one. Let's go t divided by 500 equals 2000. Nope, I'm sorry. This is not right. Equals 3.
Okay.
How might you solve this one? So my question to you is, how do you undo division?
Multiplication.
Okay. So what number are you dividing by?
You're dividing by 500.
500. So you can undo division with multiplication of 500.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is 3 times 500.
So you have
Would
to
it be 1,500? That would be 300.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
what? Oh, okay.
1,500. Yeah. Now, how
Okay.
would you check this? What would be the best way to check this result?
You'd do 500 divided by 1,500.
It's actually the other way around. You actually say 1,500 divided by 500.
Oh.
Does that equal 3? You always
Yeah.
put it back into the original. You check
Oh yeah, that's right.
by
Yeah.
putting back into the original. All right, let me give you one more and then we'll move to some story problems here. Let's say it's 64 equals 4y. How would you solve for y in this problem?
You do the inverse with addition or division.
Yes, that's correct.
So then this one's a harder one.
Hopefully you're dividing both sides by 4.
Yeah, I am.
And if you need to, you can come over here and work it out this way. It's
okay.
It's kind of right on the edge of
Okay.
like whether you know how to do this or not, or whether it's one you, or I mean whether you memorized it or you got to work it out.
Would it be 13 with the
So 4 goes into 6 one time.
One time for subtract. That'd be 2, 24. And then 9 times 4 going to 20. Oh yeah, how times 4 going to 24. You can go in 6 times. So that'd be 16.
Yes. Okay, so y is 16. How would you check this?
You would do 4 times 16.
Okay, which is 64. That's what you want it to equal. Now it seems like you forgot your division over here. Do we need to review that, or is?
No, I was just trying to do it in my head, so I just got it wrong.
Okay, got it. All right. So we're going to look at some story problems now, but I want you to use the 5-step process. So the problem itself is probably not that difficult, but you have to do it in the 5 steps that they've been asking for. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what we're emphasizing here. It's because this is not a difficult question at all, but you have to go through the steps. So will you read this out loud for us?
Okay. Lisa is cooking muffins. The recipe calls for 7 cups sugar. She already has put two cups. She's already put in 2 cups. How many more cups does she need to put in?
Okay, very good.
And then
So what is step 1?
Write
What is
down what you
step 1?
need. How many cups does she need to put in?
So I would recommend not rewriting the question unless your instructor really wants that.
That's what my instructor wants us to do, is to
Oh, really?
find
Okay.
what's most useful in the question and
Okay.
write that down.
So I would, I mean, let me just interject a little bit and say that the better way to write this is the number of cups still needed.
Okay.
And the reason I like that, and do whatever your instructor wants, but for you as a person learning math, you don't want to just give a person back the thing they gave you. You want to show some knowledge,
Okay.
awareness of what it is. And Lisa's put some in, but it's like she needs to put a few more in.
Model of maybe like cut like you do 7 circles and then
Sure.
cross off 2.
Right. And again, this is not difficult, but you have to be able to do something here. Now, what is step 3?
Then you write it down.
An equation.
Yeah, then you write down the equation.
Yes. So there's actually a couple of different equations
So
you
would
could
it
write here.
Be 7 minus 2 equals. Oh, so should I just answer it?
No, I'm waiting for an equation has a variable in it.
Okay.
So there's no variable in this equation.
No.
So if you write this, I mean, while this is true, this is not an equation. Your equation needs to have
a variable. So
this is where you may have to get a little more creative and write out a few things. Like
yeah.
you know that X has got to appear somewhere. Okay, so like you might, and it's going to involve some of these numbers here.
Would you do 7 or like 2 or sorry, X minus 2 equals 5?
Okay, but then what is X representing?
7.
So X is actually this thing up here. That's kind of what your instructor
needed.
Yeah.
So would it be 7 minus 2 equals X?
So that's the one that I think is probably the most likely to be written as a student. The other way you could do it is 2 plus X equals 7.
Okay.
Depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, that seems better, the 2 plus X.
It's usually better when the variable is on the on the same side as a number is kind of what they're going for here.
Yeah.
All right, so now what is does step 3 actually ask you to solve it?
It's check and solve.
What is step 4 then?
Oh, step 4 would be checking.
Checking. Okay, so X is 5.
Yes.
So see how if you use this one above, which is not correct, that I crossed out here, you can't really check it either. That's another kind of thing to think about when you're writing it. So 2 plus 5 equals 7. 7 equals 7. And then what is step 5?
Is to write down your answer. So it'd be she needs 5 more cups of sugar.
That's
to
right.
complete the 7 cups that are needed.
Yes. So I think we hit on something really important here, is that your variable is always the thing that it's asking for.
Okay.
And that might be something to just make a note of. The variable is what is being asked for. Usually it's whatever's in the question. All right, you ready for another problem?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have the list of topics for the test quiz you said?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. All right. All right, let's look at this one here. Last week, Julia ran 30 miles more than Pranav. Julia ran 47 miles. How many miles did Pranav run? Um,
7.
so, yeah, so you know the answer, and it's okay to write the answer somewhere, and the answer is usually the variable that you're solving for. So for step 1, you can somehow indicate that it's the number of miles that Pranav ran. Okay. So what's your picture going to be here?
You could do like an arrow with 47 and then another arrow with blank.
Okay. So X maybe for Pranav.
Yeah.
And
You
you
like
might want to
put
indicate,
P and
yeah, P is good, Julia. I'd even indicate the distance between them is 30. That's all good. Any of that's good. Yeah.
okay. Then you write what you define. You could do 30 plus X equals 47.
Yes.
And then you'd solve. That would be 17.
So X is 17. What is step 4?
Then you check.
Check, 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 check. So you got 30
Then you do
plus
30
17.
plus 7 equals 47. And then you write your final answer. Whatever, I forgot the person's name. I'm just gonna put for the Pranav.
Yeah.
Ran 17 miles.
All right. Let me look back at our previous notes just to see if there's anything else here that you've been working on. Let's see here. Scan. How'd the dentist visit go?
Great.
That's good to hear. All right, so we had some with tables. Okay, let me give you a few other problems here before we do any more of these. So let me find the difference of 80 and 16.
Okay. So difference is subtract division?
It is subtraction.
Okay, so you do 80 minus 16. which would
Okay.
be 74. Or no,
That
sorry,
would not-
64.
64. Okay, very good. All right, find the product of 120 and 1/2.
Okay, and product is multiplication or division.
It's multiplication.
Okay, so 1/2 times 120.
So you're multiplying these
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Maybe I know we haven't done anything like this, but I'm just trying to give this a little more interest tonight than just. So, do you remember how to multiply a whole number by a fraction?
No, I don't think so. But
So if I asked you for half of 120, what would that be?
60.
So 1/2 times 120 is the same thing.
Oh, so it's just 60.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now here's how you get it besides using words. 120 is really a fraction, 120 over 1 times 1/2. And you multiply the numerators, 120 times 1, and the denominator is 1 times 2, and you get 120 over 2, which is 60.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, another thing, I guess you could just divide 120 by 2.
Yes,
Now
but you have to be
also
careful
work.
here. I mean, it says
Yeah.
product. It says product. So maybe your instructor will cover that soon. Okay, let's make a table here. Let's so here is y, and then I'm going to give you a couple of numbers here. So let's say it's 10 and then 2,
Mm-hmm.
25 and 17, 40 and 32. We want the rule. What's the rule here?
Okay.
And your options are add, subtract, multiply, and divide.
I'm thinking add, and each time you'd add 15.
Okay, so you're going from you're going from the top row to the bottom row. So it's
I know, but
not
like, oh yeah,
it's not this because
2
your rule.
plus 10. Oh yeah, you're not going 10 plus. Oh yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Okay. So then,
So you have to use this top number to get the bottom number.
are you adding 7 each time? Or sorry, 8?
So you're looking at the top number. How do you go from 10 to 2? Okay, so like for example,
You subtract 8.
right, and then does it work for the next one?
Yes.
Does it
And
work for the
yes.
next one?
Oh, so it's just subtract 8.
So what
So
would you
why?
write for your rule?
Would you do -8 or
It's
just?
got to have a y in it.
Oh, okay. Y minus 8.
Yes. Okay, let's try another one here. Okay, can you tell me the rule?
The rule meaning like is it division, subtraction, addition?
Well, yeah. I mean, these are your possibilities, but again, you're going the top row to the bottom row. So like, how do you go from 4 to 12, 11, 33, 75 to 225?
Oh, okay. Would you do times 3 each time?
So what would the rule be?
Would
How
it
would you
be
write that?
P times 3?
So this is correct. I would like to see you go towards this where you put the number in
Okay.
front.
So
So does it
3P.
work for every
Okay.
one of them?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
So, well, I know it works for at least two, and I think the third one also works.
okay. All right, let's so now let me give you a table and you can fill in the rule here. Or I'll give you the rule. W over 5, 0, 10, 50, 75. Can you fill in the rest of this chart, please?
Okay. Um. Hmm.
Which one are you struggling with?
Well, it's divided by 5.
Yes.
So, like 0 divided by 5 is
So
a
how
negative.
about going to the ones you
Okay.
do know?
Okay. 2.
Okay, for 10. How about for the next one?
35.
Try again.
Or sorry, 25?
Try again.
Um.
If you're not writing anything down, you're gonna get it wrong.
Oh, 10. I don't know why that wasn't kanji. I know that.
It's okay to write it down. I write down stuff in math all the time. It helps to keep you focused on what you're working on.
Yeah. So then the next one would be 75 divided by 5. And then that would be
Evidence for me.
15 times.
15 times. Okay. Now let's look at this first one here. So here's what we said. 10 divided 5 is 2. Can you think of a scenario where you would use these three numbers and you're dividing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, tell me the scenario you're thinking of.
You'd be like, you would have 10, or let's say you have $10 or something,
Okay,
and
$10. Got it.
then um, you get like you get something that's, I don't know. Hang on.
So you want to buy 5 things.
Yeah, you want to buy 5 things out of
Okay.
$10, and you want to,
So
and
they
then you have to
each
divide to see how much it would cost, how many things you could get.
okay.
And you can get
So
two,
let me
and you get
let,
things for $2.
so
You
let me
get
pose a
5
different
things for $2.
yeah, let me pose a slightly different scenario.
Okay.
Let's say you have 10 slices of pizza and 5 friends.
Okay, and
What
you
is
want to
the
see
what
how
does the
many
2
pieces of
represent?
pizza the 5 friends will each get. So
So each
two
friend gets
pieces of
2.
pizza, yeah, 2 slices for each
Okay.
friend.
Okay, now let's use the same meaning for this. How many friends do you have?
5.
How much pizza do you have?
0.
How many slices do each person get?
0.
Division is a sharing problem,
Okay.
or you can think of it as spread if you prefer that word, but it's a sharing problem. If you have nothing to share, but someone to share it with, or a group to share it with, they don't get anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be, and you probably won't get that on your test or quiz, but I just wanted to throw it out there because I think it's worth us discussing. Okay, we're gonna, in the last like minute or two here, we're gonna do a couple more problems here.
Okay.
What is the place value of that number there?
That'd be a
Place
10.
value. Yes, the tens place. All right. What is the place value of the 3 in that number I just wrote?
It would be the 10,000s.
10,000s, yeah. Okay, so here's a problem for you. Give me a number with the following: 3 in the 100,000s,
Okay.
5 in the thousands, 7 in the tens.
Okay.
Make up any number you want.
Okay. 305,000 and 57.
Like this,
Yes. Or no, sorry. 75. That's what I meant.
like this.
Yes.
Okay, that does work. Very good. All right, well, I think that'll do it for us for tonight.
All right.
So good luck tomorrow. You don't need it because you've already prepared well enough that you're going to do great. But I'll be looking forward to helping you on Wednesday, and hope you have a great rest of your night.
All
Thanks,
right.
August. See you.
Bye.
Bye.